Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. Apologies for my low seeming energy. I had a very shit sleep last night. It's a usual trademark of me with jet lag. First night, sleep like an absolute baby because it's like a massive catch-up sleep. Is my hair receding? No, it's just the way my hair is cut and the way my hair is falling. I always get paranoid my hair is thinning and receding. Day or night 2 and 3, that's when like broken sleep starts, and last night was night 3, and I think I slept all but 2 hours. So yeah, feeling very dusty this morning, and in a couple of hours got to be at the press junket to interview everyone today for Rebel Moons. That includes Zach, Fra, we've got Staz, Ed Skrine. I used to think it was Scream, but it's Skrine. Ellie, guys, a whole bunch of them. So I've got all my questions fired up, ready to go, because yesterday morning I saw the film. Can't talk about it just yet, but I got to go to this little editing suite just around the corner there, and it was like a tiny little 20-seater screening room inside this editing suite, and got to watch the film. So it was good. It gave me like context for my questions and gave a bit more thought into the questions that I'm asking everyone today. So hopefully they're good questions and it kind of makes them go, oh, that's different. Just make it fun instead of just being like, what was it like working with X, Y, and Z? So that's the plan. So I've got to be there at 10, it goes to 1, and then we come back here for a few hours, have a bit of a breather, and then we have a fan screening of the film tonight, which wraps up about 9:30, and we're done. Dusted, relieved of duty, and flying home tomorrow. So my poor body is just, it's gonna cop it next 48, 72 hours. So I'm also when I get home, I'm also supposed to be going to the premiere of Fall Guy on Monday night. So I arrive back in Sydney Monday morning. So you miss a whole day when you fly home from the States. It's great. It's such a rip-off. You miss one day, like it's gone, out of your life. You haven't even experienced it. You're in the air. So yeah, fly out of here Saturday, get home Monday morning, and then Monday night, I've got the premiere of Fall Guy. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Like I can physically, just see how I feel. But I do want to give the PR company, Playmaker Digital, who sent me the invite, a heads up, like first thing Monday morning, whether or not I can make it, because then they can pass on to someone else. But I am looking forward to that film. I do really want to see it. I've heard good things. I saw Sean Chandler's video about it. He really dug it, and it just looks fun. It's also like a nice love letter to stunt performers, stunt men, stunt women. So I'm keen to see it. So do want to make an effort to try and make it. I do find my jet lag's not as bad when I get home. I think because I'm back in my safe space, whereas jet lag here and the multiple time zones you cross, like the more time zones you cross, the longer it's going to take to get over jet lag. So it's one of those things where you get used to the jet lag and then it's time to go home. All right, so got some brekkie into me, had a shower, got my bag of fruit on, ready to go. Also got myself a big dirty coffee from Starbucks. So we're meeting downstairs in just under half an hour, and then head to a hotel. It's in like the conference area where the junket's going on. I don't know who I'm going to be interviewing first, but it's going to be very, very quick. So I've got 5 minutes each group. So there's 2, 2, 3, and then Zach. So Zach's on his own. So I just want to make sure I'm on my A game and not look back on this footage and think you look like shit and you sound like shit. Like I need eye drops right now. I am like starting to feel human once again now that I've had something to eat and had a few coffees. So yeah, I'm really excited, but shitting myself at the same time. Like I don't feel like I've done this enough that I feel like I can properly relax and seem natural. But I think it's one of those things where practice definitely makes perfect the more you do these junkets. Either way, it's a fucking honor and a half, man. All right, so the press junket went absolutely swimmingly. Couldn't have gone better with this amazing crew here. Look at it. Woo. Hey, hey. Yeah, everyone was so sweet. Even though we only had like 5 minutes each time, but Zach, Jamen, Staz, Elise, Fra, and Ed were just incredible. Sophia and Nikhil, just everyone was so sweet. They thanked me for the questions. Hope I asked some good ones. So we get the footage in about 48 hours from Netflix, but we can't put it up for, I think, a week and a bit until the embargo lifts. But man, I was so nervous beforehand. But as soon as you start doing it, and talking to them, the nerves subside, and then you go on to the next group of interviews, and the nerves just keep getting less and less. While we were doing it, apparently there was an earthquake, and we didn't feel it, but apparently people downstairs in hospitality felt it. I'm trying to think what hotel we're at, but yeah, apparently there was a 4.8 magnitude earthquake. Apparently everyone's okay, but yeah, didn't feel a thing. So now we're going to celebrate by having some pizza. I haven't even had pizza yet since being in New York, which is just a tragedy in itself, but finally going to get my hands on some pizza and just a bit of a celebratory lunch. So all went so well. All right, back at the hotel. Pizza was pretty good, a little bit oily and like just really heavy. So I walked back from the hotel instead of catching the subway, so it's gonna be my warm up because we've got a few hours before we actually have to be downstairs. We don't have to be downstairs till 6 for the fan screening of Rebel Moon. So I'm actually gonna go have a train. Again, really tired from last night's pretty shitty sleep, but I just need to have a train. I'm thinking throw a bit of legs in with a cheeky pull day. So like back and biceps and like rear delts. So hopefully get some good footage in there and there's not too many people in there and I don't look like a bloody creep. Also, I don't know if some of you guys noticed, but in my previous vlog, when I got home after the book signing and I was sitting on the bed here telling how I met Zach, I didn't actually show the book that he'd signed because it actually got stolen that night. I was pretty gutted about it. I was trying to like just be okay. I'm like, I met Zach, it's fine, it's all good. But yeah, the book was stolen. But anyway, Geeta and Denise, the girls at Netflix who have been looking after us, went above and beyond and they managed to secure another book. And they said, when you interview Zach at the junket today, get him to sign it. So I actually got Ed Skrein and Frafi to sign as well. The others, it was like I walked in the room and obviously they had, keeping on a time schedule. I didn't kind of want to push the friendship, but like Ed Skrein was like so happy to sign. He's like, yeah, man, give me the fucking pen. Like, yeah, let's do it. And then I told Zach before I sat down, I'm like, actually, he goes, oh, you got your book? I'm like, mine got stolen the other night. And he's like, what? No. I'm like, do you mind signing it after I ask you the question? He goes, yeah, absolutely. So anyway, now I can finally show you guys the book. And it's a beautiful coffee table book with all these black and white photos that Zach took during the filming of Rebel Moon. There's Sir Anthony Hopkins, who plays Jimmy. Yeah, it's actually a beautiful book, but here we go. There is Ed Skrein and Fra's signature. Absolutely beautiful, but Zach not only signed it, personalized it, but he drew Jimmy. How cool is that? Yeah, very, very sweet of him to do that. But yeah, this is an absolutely stunning book. Like really cool, really heavy too. So that's going to be great carrying that in my luggage on the way home. But yeah, how cool is that? Anyway, time for a train. Alrighty, back from the gym. I had a pretty good back and bicep session. I was going to do some legs, threw a bit of cheeky legs in there. I didn't film that, but I'm just still buggered from last night's crook sleep. So I'm going to do legs tomorrow morning before heading to the airport because I'm going to be doing a lot of sitting for like 25 hours. But pull session was good. Started off with wide grip lat pull down on the machine. Included some rows, some dumbbell rows, which is always good. Then did some bicep exercises, like some isolated exercises. So yeah, feeling pretty good. Just having myself good old muscle milk. So like I've still got a good couple of hours before we're getting picked up. So I don't know whether to go to a Wanda. I'm kind of tempted to go back to Home Depot and buy some Type M copper pipe. If they have pipe cutter there, I might get them just to cut it in half so I can fit it in my suitcase. I don't know, I've got a hankering to build a part 1/part 2 glove now after knowing it's just literally around the block. So I don't know, I'll see what happens next. But obviously I'll try and get coverage tonight at the fan screening and then eventually heading home tomorrow. Like this week has gone so quick. Like I knew it'd be one of those things where I'd blink and it'd be over. But I'm just so glad this morning went well. I can't wait to show you guys that footage. And also keep in mind, guys, yes, I am here with Netflix interviewing Zach and the cast. But when I do my review, obviously I will be honest, but like I always try and make sure that my criticisms are valid and not mean and making fun. But then like you've got instances of like Madam Web where it just felt like they just didn't try at all. I have a lot to say about part 2. I can't say much. I can't say anything at all until days after I get home. But yeah, I will be fair and honest. I'm also just humbled and very appreciative that I still am able to do these things and have these opportunities. So just obviously want to put it out there, just want to put it out there that even though I'm doing these things, I still want to give an honest review at the end of the day. Screw it, I'm going to Home Depot. I'm going to get some Type M copper pipe. Come to New York, get copper pipe. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
After some Type M copper pipe, do you guys have a pipe cutter at all to Harvard?
You want to purchase a pipe cutter?
Yeah, no, purchase the pipe, but is it able to be cut here? It's just this one here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do it.
Thank you. Perfect, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And just take that upstairs?
Yeah.
Great, have a good day.
Yeah.
So with tax, that came in at $17 something, which equates to like 28 Australian dollars back home, which is pretty good. Like, considering you get a fair length, and also this is the same make and model copper pipe that they used on the original Part 1/Part 2 glove. Yeah, I got a hankering to do a Part 1/Part 2. I don't know whether to do it from Elm Street 1 or Elm Street 2, or do it as the as seen today glove, like how the glove, the Hero Armature looks today. So I don't know. So you do have to heat this up to make it malleable to work with it. But yeah, who'd have thought, come to New York and you buy copper pipe. Chloe's just gonna be like, the fuck is wrong with you, man? Morning, guys. So this is my last day in New York. Well, my last morning. I've started packing, about to go have a kind of goodbye brekkie with everyone. And Geeta and Denise, the lovely ladies from Netflix. So we are all on different flights. Some of us are staying here. Netflix did give me the option if I wanted to extend my stay, but they're like, you've got to like find other accommodation. I'm like, man, I can't afford it. Like, this city is so fucking expensive. Like, holy shit. I got a juice the other day, like a protein smoothie, and it came in at like, in Australian dollars, $20. I'm like, oh, I can't. I'm about to get married and I'm trying to like just save my dollary dues. And yeah, so heading home today, getting picked up in 4 hours. So yeah, gonna go downstairs, have a brekkie with everyone, say goodbye, try and sneak in a little train. Want to do some legs before I don't move them for 20 something hours. Last night went really, really well. The fan screening was awesome. It was at an AMC up near Central Park. It was originally at a theater, but it got water damage from all the torrential rain this week. So yeah, it was at an AMC theater. Really, really cool. Cast and Zach came in. When we watched the film, they sat behind us. So Staz from the film was sitting right behind me and he was like cheering, woo, yeah, woo, and he was great. One point he bumped my chair accidentally, he leaned over and was like, sorry mate, sorry. I'm like, it's fine, you're totally fine, you're very fucking handsome, good lord. And then they did a Q&A afterwards, and this is actually something pretty cool. We got some insight into the extended / R-rated cut of Part 1 and Part 2 of Rebel Moon. So the host, Josh Horowitz, I think his name is, he's awesome. He's a great host, great interviewer. He was there hosting the Q&A, and he asked Zach and Deborah about the extended R-rated cut. And Zach goes, okay, you guys are some of the first to hear this. He goes, we're aiming for August. We haven't set a date yet. I'm not in charge of that. And then Deborah said, the only thing that's kind of an issue at the moment is the fact we can't get Part 1 and 2 under an NC-17, which back home is an R18 plus. So like, it means it's fucking violent. And this isn't giving anything away. There were, and it's same with Part 1, there were certain times you'd see someone get killed or get shot where you're like, you've covered up blood or you've recolored blood or done something to get rid of the gore or the violence factor, if that makes sense. Which made me kind of go, holy shit, NC-17. Like, NC-17 for you guys here is like crazy. Like, that's bad. So they're trying to work that out, and they said each Part 1 and 2 will be an hour longer. So I'm like, fuck, that's cool. Be very keen to see that. Like, obviously I have a lot of thoughts on Part 2, and I think flying home with all those hours of travel time will also help me write notes on my review, because yeah, there's definitely a lot to talk about. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything when it comes time to upload my review when I get home. But that's pretty much it, guys. This vlog has kind of been a bit of everything. It's kind of like the cap off the last one, but also just document as well flying home. At least it's a 2.5 hour layover in Hong Kong, and then get back into Sydney at 8:35 in the morning. But yeah, just having a black coffee at the moment, have brekkie, try and have a train. and then pack everything else up, have a shower, and skedaddle off to the airport. Alrighty, all done and dusted with breakfast and the gym. Brekkie was a little bit of a sad one because we were all saying goodbye to each other, but it was nice just to all be together because some of us are staying on for a couple more days into next week, and some of us are flying home today. So in terms of what I did at the gym, just did some legs. Started with dumbbell squats. Those were hard because you're trying to keep the dumbbells like up stationary. You can have them down to the size of your arms. I just find that a bit awkward and I don't really get that much range of motion. Then did some stiff-legged deadlifts. Did goblet squats, and then did some lunges, some heavy lunges. Those were hard, man, because your core's trying to stabilize itself and like you're a bit wobbly, and if your eyes dart somewhere, you start to like lose balance. And just threw a bit of arms in there. So time is 10:30 in the morning. So I'm getting picked up in an hour 15. So yeah, time to finish packing, head to the airport and head home. Alrighty, after 15 and a half hours, I'm back in Hong Kong, or as us Aussies like to call it, Hongers. I'm just gonna have a quick shower, and it's a quick turnaround this time. It's not too bad, it's 2.5 hours as opposed to 5.5 last time. And then my final trip home to Sydney. Just to wrap this vlog up, I guess, and the last couple of vlogs, like Zach has been a massive influence to me since 300, since I was a teenager. And then Man of Steel came along, and then of course BVS, and Zach's films aren't exactly perfect, but his designs, his imagery, everything has been a massive influence on me and a part of where I am now. And what's transpired over the last couple of days has just been a fucking dream. And I'm glad you guys came along for the ride, so thank you. Really eager to get my thoughts out on the film as well, because I've got a lot of thoughts, good and bad, but hey, that's film review. There's no such thing as a perfect film. But yeah, I'm gonna go have a shower, relax for a bit, and then hop on this plane, go home, see my fiance, and see my dog. Hey, buddy.
Love you guts, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.